This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. Alright y'all, today we're diving into the long-running tension between Stephen A. and LeBron James, and now it's reached a whole new level. The two finally came face-to-face at the crypto arena, and things haven't cooled down since.
They can't deny you the opportunity to do the job that you swore to do for your audience and your constituents out there.
But you've just said that the job is changing, right? And the business is changing. I do believe that change is coming as well. Just to all, you cannot have these entities be this strong and be silent partners. Like, I'm not saying that they're going to be silent, and I'm not saying it's not going to be a battle. I'm saying it can be overcome, just like things were overcome in the past. There's always something to complain about. We get that part, and nothing is perfect and totally smooth. But in the end, the industry is the industry. This kind of stuff has been going on, so it's nothing new. That's all I'm saying. Your relationship with LeBron, there's no relationship at all with LeBron?
Zero.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's life. So what? He do what he do. I do what I do. You understand? And I'm going to continue to cover sports. I'm going to continue to be fair and objective and professional. But in the end, I'm going to call it like I see it. And, you know, like I said, I get mad when people go on social media and talk about he can't stop talking about LeBron, because the only time I ever mention him is when I'm asked. You know, if nobody asks me about him, I won't talk about him. I don't like him. He doesn't like me. We don't like each other. It is what it is. And to me, what he did when he confronted me in the third quarter in the middle of the game, courtside, blaming me for something I did not do, and then tried to turn it into me being somebody that would go after somebody's family, and then coming on the Pat McAfee show thereafter just to insult me, that's a line you don't get to come back from. But it's not going to stop me. There's nothing I can really do about it, because I'm not going to be unprofessional. I'm not going to be unfair. I'm not going to refuse to acknowledge his greatness as the second greatest player in my eyes that I've ever seen in the history of basketball. Surefire, first ballot, future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players we've ever seen in our lifetimes, who we will all miss in terms of his on-court play when he is gone. But there are things that I know as a man that he has tried to do to me, and the things that he has said and the things that he has done, we don't like each other. It's just that simple. And it's probably going to stay that way forever. And if it gets rectified because we have a conversation, I'm a grown man and I'm open to doing that. But I will never volunteer. I will never initiate. And as far as I'm concerned, if we never speak in life again, it won't bother me one bit. We do not like each other.
But how did it get there, though? That wasn't always the case.
Well, I just told you. Things are that I'm not going to get into details, but there are things that have gone on behind my back. And when people are systematically trying to do you harm, you know, in terms of your reputation, your integrity, and all of this other stuff, it gets to a point where enough's enough, you know. And as it pertains to his son, the one thing that I will say is go back and look at the facts. Him in high school, him in college, him being drafted, him landing with the Lakers, him being their opening night. I never said a negative word until he was put in the game in the first quarter against the Philadelphia 76ers and got scorched. That is the only time I've ever spoken a negative syllable about Bronny James, who I believe in and I believe has the potential to be not just a player, but a good NBA player someday. I've never said it. And so LeBron, you know, adroitly went about the business of painting it as me being somebody that would go after his son, and got other NBA players to think that way and stuff like that. And that's what he chose to do. All right. I know it's false. I know it's not fair. I don't appreciate it, but it's not going to stop me from living my life. He's got his family. I got mine. He's got his job. I got mine. And when he does great things, I'll be there to applaud it. And when he doesn't, I'll be there to chronicle that too. And that's going to be that. And that's the way it goes. And I can assure you, I'm not losing a minute's sleep over it. And I never will.
The tension between Stephen A. and LeBron James has been building for over a decade, with countless back and forths on air, passive-aggressive jabs, and deep-rooted frustration on both sides. But now, it looks like things have reached a new peak. The two finally came face-to-face inside the crypto arena, a rare moment that had fans and media buzzing. Many thought maybe this was the chance for both men to settle their differences, or at least call a truce. But instead, it had the opposite effect. After that meeting, Stephen A came out swinging harder than ever. His takes on LeBron became even sharper, more personal, and less forgiving. And now, Stephen A is taking it a step further, claiming that LeBron is actively working behind the scenes to sabotage his career. According to Stephen A, LeBron is allegedly using his massive influence to put pressure on networks and executives, trying to get him removed from his broadcasting position. That's no small accusation. We're talking about a man with a powerful platform saying that the most influential player in modern basketball is trying to silence him completely. Stephen A says this is no longer just sports talk, it's personal. It's about trying to take away his livelihood, his voice, and his spot in the media world. For him, it's not just a beef anymore, it's war. LeBron, for his part, has remained quiet publicly. But those close to the situation say he didn't appreciate the way Stephen A has spoken on his name over the years, especially when it comes to questioning his leadership, loyalty, or legacy. The moment at the crypto arena might have been just the tip of the iceberg. At this point, what started as commentary has turned into a power struggle. One man controls the media mic and the other controls the basketball narrative. And now, both are using their influence to push back. The real question is, will this battle stay behind the scenes, or are we witnessing the beginning of something much bigger?